Okay, last section. We're going to focus on analytics. So you can see I'm starting at the status screen. And I just like to point out again that it is live real-time update, so you can see it going. So analytics really give us the ability to troubleshoot performance at a granular level that is really unprecedented in the storage industry. So many competitors can show you stuff like this, like, oh, we're doing 18,000 IOs per second. Where we change is this right here, this little drill icon. So we can drill down and we can do stuff like, well, show me what type of operation or what kind of work are we doing? How many writes versus reads? We can see that. I can drill down by client. So show me what clients are doing this work. I can see all of this work's coming out of this one server. I can drill down by that client. I can drill down by him and say, oh, show me what files that exact client is using, which in my case are virtual machines. So I can see I have a couple of virtual machines doing a bunch of work. One happens to be doing more work than the other, quite a bit more. I could drill down on him and say, what kind of operations is he doing? Just tell me. All I care about is his operations. I don't care about everything else. And I can see, oh, he's doing. That looks like 50-50, 50% reads, 50% writes. Um, and so we can just continue to drill down and can say, oh, well, my customer is really complaining about the write performance. I can right click on that and say, well, now show me by latency. How long is each of these writes taking? And so quickly we can drill down and see that this is well below a millisecond for more than 90% of it. We have a few here that are 1.5 milliseconds, so we can just say, don't show me anything. I can hold down Shift and click the outlier, and so now it's basically don't show me anything over 2 milliseconds. And so I can drill down and see. But I mean, the good news is all of our stuff is sub millisecond into the microsecond range for performance. So it allows a customer very quickly to troubleshoot those type of performance issues. Um, I can troubleshoot and see what size it is, what block I'm doing. Offset will show me, am I doing random workloads or sequential workloads. And then there's thousands more analytics. That was just all we did was drill down by starting with a protocol, NFS3. On top of that, I could drill down and say, show me for ARC accesses. I can actually do that at this level. Show me. I can go down here to client and say, oh, this client's doing this work. Now show me, how much data he's pushing, right? So IP, show me how many bytes, IP bytes, this particular client is pushing on my network. I can show statistics such as uh, just raw networking statistics. I can show memory statistics. There, that one's coming up that we just talked about. So IP bytes. So I can see, and this is an average number that you're seeing here. So you're going to see it grow. If I want to see it really quickly, what's the real number? I can click on it at any point in time. See, yeah, he's doing about 33 megabytes a second. And so based on that, I can go, look at my networking and see what type of networking workload I have. Right? I can look at IP bytes down by host name. Show me all the hosts and how many bytes they're doing. That's another way I could do this. Or I can show by interface. So if I have multiple interfaces and I want to see if my workload is balanced across them, I can look at that. I can look at ARC accesses broken down by file name. So of all the files I have going, how many of them are being accessed from memory? And so I can go over here and I can quickly see, what are the files that are active out of memory. It looks like a lot of it's metadata hits, but I do have a few hits out of this virtual machine here. Here's some other stuff it looks like that's going on. But very granular access. You can see the value. So quickly to troubleshoot performance, whether it's a virtual environment like I'm showing here, it could be a database environment, it could be just standard files. Who is doing what at what time, and it's again, it's running. These analytics are running 24/7, 365. So if I want to pause this, right, I can pause this workload, and right now I have them all synced up, and I can go back in time, right? Show me a few minutes ago. or I could hold down shift and I can say, I want to see a little bit out more. This is only showing me minutes, show me 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 4 or 5, or show me the last 10, 15 minutes of data, and I can see a lot of this data. The data where you don't see it showing up, those are analytics that are not recorded. If this analytic for some reason I wanted to see IP bytes for this host name all the time, I could click this link and that analytic will be saved going forward as what we call data set. Same with this one. Or I could save this entire sheet. So if I want to save all these sheets, I can give this a title, uh, you know, my sheet, and I can hit save, and that will save all of these analytics going forward. So they'll always be recorded. Where do they go? They just go on the boot drives of the system, and you can see them in here. You can see, how long we've been recording them, how much space they're taking in disk, and how much space they're taking in memory currently. So you get an idea of what things are doing, and you can export these out if they're taking too long, or just delete them. You can see we have all kinds of custom ones in here that are being recorded because of demos like this. Um, and so customers can, have their data sets recorded for the ones they know they want to read the most. There's a bunch of default ones that are built in, and then you can create other ones on top of that. But you can change it quickly from show me a minute, show me an hour, show me a day, week, or month, that sort of thing. Um, and again, you can go back and forth from any of these. So if I want to see CPU, I want to see network. So let's drill down on the network right now and see what's going on there. Show me by, device. What devices am I using? And you can see most of my traffic's all going over this one interface. And so I can take a look at what that is. And right now it looks like I'm not hitting any threshold, so that's good. But that, in a nutshell, is the value of analytics. Um, and so hopefully this was helpful, and thank you for your time.